You are now in tune to Perspektives with Big Bang.
Like, what type of pressure was on?
Dealing with people was a big thing for him. He had social anxiety real bad initially. Yeah, he was already dealing with mental depression. He had he has a blood disease, so he deals with that, and it causes a lot of setbacks for us. Once one person created a narrative that the manager, somebody did something to him, everybody took, this what's gonna get the clicks. Oh yeah, we gotta keep running with this.
They know you didn't get it, so what the fuck? The internet? Who care about what the internet say?
I hate when people say that. Yes, I'm gonna sympathize with you on the days that I know you really not doing well, whether it's mentally or physically. But then I also gotta push you. I gotta push you. Cause guess what? If I didn't push him, guess what they would have been saying? The manager's terrible. She don't make him do nothing. She don't push him to do nothing. She don't push him to his full potential. And I see him come up with the gun and sitting in his lap. And I said, Papa, don't start this. I'm finna call your mom. I hit a shot. Instantly when I hit a shot, it's like, I know what happened, but I don't think it happened.
Were you a passenger in a car accident? Passengers are typically never at fault. That means you can make a claim for your injuries, medical bills, missed time from work, and pain or suffering. It doesn't matter which driver causes the crash. If you were injured as a passenger, get your case evaluated today.
Welcome to Perspektives Bank. We back at it. Baby girl, how you feeling? We're gonna get straight to it. How you feeling?
I'm not.
You not feeling? First of all, DeeDee, let these people know who you is, who might not know what they looking for, because I ain't giving you no introduction. Then I just finna finish the conversation we was already having.
I'm Lil Papa's manager.
Okay. Lil Papa, that's the little dude who just recently took his life this year, right?
Yep.
All right. And you was there on the scene. We're gonna set the scene. You was there on the scene. Ever since the passing, it's been like a lot of back and forth online. People saying this, people saying that. How is that fuck with your mental?
It's been hard. It's been extremely hard. Like, it has affected my mental, my spirit, everything. You know, because when people don't know you and they don't know the dynamics of your relationship with a person, or, you know, when they just don't know what you bring to another person's life outside of business, there's always a picture to paint. And this is more than just just a drama type situation. It's like, it's my life. It was his life. It's my family. It's his family. So it's took a detrimental toll to my mental, if we're being honest.
Outside of being Papa's manager, what were you to him?
And I was his best friend, mother, family member, whatever. You know, we was bonded.
Yeah.
Every day. Me and Papa is every day.
What made him special to you for you to be around a person and take him in like that and just, you know?
So originally, when I met him, because I used to own my own transportation company. Well, I still do, but I used to have sprinters and take artists on tours or whatever. So that's how we met. I did a tour for him. And he wasn't feeling well doing that. And the manager that he had at the time was kind of like dismissive, just completely, just like, and he was going through a real bad medical condition at that time. And I was like, you know, like, what's wrong? And he was like, can you take me to the doctor? And I'm like, okay. So it just became a nurturing thing for me. And I'm like, he's so young, like, he's going through a lot. And I just seen like it was a person because he kept coming to me. It got to a point where he came to me for everything.
Mm-hmm.
And mind you, I'm just the lady that owns the company that's, driving you on the tour. But he got to a point where he just kept coming to me for everything. And I was like, okay, this kid, he needs some help. So it almost was like when he asked me to be his manager, because the manager that he had at the time, he was going to the feds, but he didn't tell him. Mm-hmm. So what winged us into being close is we were on tour and he left us on the road, but he didn't pay me all my money for the trip. Mm-hmm. And then he didn't pay anybody that was there. And so I'm like, okay, I got to have a conversation with this kid because I got to let him know, like, either I got to take y'all home or I got to be paid. Mm-hmm. But in the process of having a conversation with him, I see his eyes getting watery. And I'm just like, so I could never even get to the part of, I can't do this. Mm-hmm. It's costing a lot of money. It make a lot of money, but it costs a lot of money. Yeah. So I was just like, you know what? All right, I'm going to finish the tour. I had just got a $15,000 credit card from Navy Federal. I spent all of that. Mm-hmm. His DJ it's sad, but his DJ had just got, his mom passed. He had just got his insurance money from his mom passing. The manager had spent all of that, but nobody's knowing all of this. And once he knew what was going on, it became he got in a real bad space.
Damn. Oh, from that point?
Well, he was already, he already was dealing with mental depression, from my understanding before we met. So, but that put him in a real bad space. Mm-hmm. And so he was like, will you be my manager? Will you be my manager? And at first I was like, nah, because I was working with Lil Baby at the time. Like, that's So I was like, I can't. But he called me every day, mm-hmm. like, please. And I'm like, and the manager, the ex-manager, called me like, he wants you to be his manager. Well, I got to go away. Can you go? I'm like, all right. And it just went from there.
Damn. So what were some of his goals and shit?
And this was in 2019.
Yeah. What were some of his goals you was trying to help him reach?
He wanted to, the thing is, Papa, he be in his head a lot, right? Mm-hmm. So he have a bunch of ideas. But he wanted to be independent eventually. He wanted to start doing his own fashion label. Mm-hmm. He wanted to own properties, just things like that. But he also wanted to be big in music. But he didn't want to be too big. It's weird to say, but it was what it was. Mm-hmm.
What you think the pressure of being successful was for him? Like, what type of pressure was it?
Dealing with people was a big thing for him. He had social anxiety real bad, mm-hmm. initially. And a lot of it came from what he dealt with his mental health, his blood disorder, his sickness, of physical and mental health. But he also, a lot of him wanting to be around people, he don't want to be around nobody. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If you understand. So it's those were one of the biggest things. And then the pressure of not being able to deliver for people. Mm-hmm. So a lot of our conversations regularly was me telling him, Papa, you can't pour from an empty glass. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. No matter who it is, if it's me, if it's friends, if it's family, whatever, you got to understand, you got to take care of you first.
100%.
And yes, everybody's going to have the expectation of you the one made it. Or people who don't know, they don't understand that those numbers have nothing to do with my real numbers. Mm-hmm. Followers don't equate to what I have in real life.
Mm-hmm.
And especially when you come from a society and a generation of people, or, you know, you was raised up where we weren't really raised with much.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody looking at it like, that's the savior. Gotta be the savior. You know?
I think, so we can't just call you a manager. Basically, that was a friend. Basically. Like friend, family member, like whatever, the highest place you can put a person, right?
Yeah. We was family. Our families do stuff together. You know, like, that's what it was. All us, we take trips together. It's everything. I kept his son regularly. All the way up until a couple days before he passed. Like,
What you think you was putting in his life for and he was putting your life for? Like, now that everything that done happened, like, what you think the purpose was for y'all meeting?
that's crazy you ask me that, because I ask God that all the time. Especially with this situation. You know, because it was a lot of pressure.
You making me want to ask other kind of questions because I ain't trying to be on the phone with crying.
No, and I say that because it was a lot of pressure, because when you're dealing with a person that deal with mental depression,
Mm-hmm.
and you're a person that's outgoing and, you know what I'm saying, and you always the answer for everything, it kind of puts you between in a place where, is it too much? You got the tissue? It
You get one too.
that's insane.
For real. Just make my eye water.
But it just brings you to a place where, you know, it's like, God, what's the purpose? What's the plan? Like, because it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot of good, but it's a lot of, huh?
You saying like right now or just,
no, I'm saying
the whole thing?
The whole thing.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like, when you're a passionate person, a lot of things aren't easy. You know?
Oh, you fine.
So when you're passionate, it makes a lot hard for you.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? So I think for me, I think God put me in his life to be the safe space.
Mm-hmm.
Not that he didn't have people around that he didn't depend on, or that he didn't feel comfortable with, or that he feel. But sometimes when people are held to a certain standard, they keep a lot of things from the people that from family.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
3%.
Or from the people who they know hold them to a certain standard. And I think I was the person that created that it is what it is space for him. If the day is completely fucked up, it's completely fucked up.
It is what it is.
But it is what it is.
Shit,
if you having a hard day, you having a hard day.
real
If
shit.
we having a good day, let's pop our shit. It's what, you know what it is. And talk, let's cry. But I think for me, he was like a piece of he made me feel like, because it's the challenges for us all the time were people saying I was too controlling, or that I overstepped my boundaries a lot, or
like who would be saying that?
everybody.
You saying like family members?
Everybody.
Just period. Everybody.
Period.
Yeah, everybody.
You know what I'm saying? So he was more
And was
so
you
like,
you like the newest person around too? Like, you know how, because y'all met 2019, so like.
we in 2026. So I don't know what you would call new, but
I'm just saying out of
they
family
say it
members.
all the time. Oh, of course.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
You know,
like
but
especially when you, and I don't know the situation, but if you the new person, you always gonna be, who the fuck is this? For the most part. Doing all that. Why we gotta call her?
Yeah, but again, don't make it fit when it worked for you.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand.
I ain't overstepping my boundaries when I'm paying bondsmen, paying lawyers, and whether it was his money or mine, or were people calling me to do this for him and do that for him and do this, it ain't overstepping in. So we can't play the cards like, if it worked for me, then yeah, I need her in my space. But if this ain't what I hear at the time, oh yeah, you overstepping. No, we ain't gonna do that.
For sure. But I'm gonna go back to this.
So for me, he made me understand, like, I appreciate you. I appreciate what you do. Because a lot of times as a manager, you can feel unappreciated.
100%.
And as a person who's a really outgoing person and who's always there for everybody, he made it really comfortable for me to feel like I'm not doing nothing wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You appreciate it no matter what. On our good days and our bad days, I appreciate you, whatever, because I wouldn't be where I'm at without you.
Let's fast forward to that day when the tragedy happened. Do you think what you think made him call you, or did you call him? Like, how did y'all get on the phone for you to know something was going on?
He always called me.
Okay.
What would have been out of the norm if he wouldn't have called me?
Yeah.
Everybody called me though. Everybody. Yeah. Everybody always called me. All his friends, they called me for everything.
Yeah.
So it ain't nothing new. And we're always together.
Mm-hmm.
Always. So are we getting into that day?
Huh? You don't want to?
No, we can.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, that day, can you turn the air down too, man? You go.
I mean, it's blowing right in my face.
Shit blowing like fuck. You say, yeah, you don't want to get into that day?
No, we can't.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that day, waking up, what was that day like for you? And then how did you feel like, and then how did it turn weird? And so on and so on and so on.
So let's back up to before that day. Right. Let's go a few days back.
Okay, cool. Because it didn't start that day.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's why I say, are we getting into that day?
Oh, okay, yeah, that's my bad. See, I don't know the situation. This ain't no out the blue. This is ongoing things that you're knowing patterns and your friend, basically.
Exactly.
Okay, all right, my bad. I'm getting ahead of the school bus.
The mental depression is repetitive.
Oh, so it's not just...
No, this was not this happened this day. And this is out the blue. And this is just, oh my God.
Yeah.
You know, it's a oh my God moment because it actually happened.
Okay.
But the build up and the cycle was not a out the blue thing.
Okay, let's I guess where did it start?
For me, when I came in, this is what he was dealing with.
Oh, you saying like 2019, like the tour? It was already going on right around in that time.
Yeah, he was already dealing with mental depression. He had he has a blood disease, so he deals with that, and it causes a lot of setbacks for us. You know, like people, like we can't shoot videos a lot sometimes, and all this stuff. Like I used to bicker back and forth with the label, and they used to say I'm making excuses for him, things that of course I wouldn't say around him. It's like, a friend of mine called me one day, actually, a business person. They were like, DeeDee, I want to tell you something, but I don't really want you to, it can't really go past us. But I was in a meeting and they were talking about Papa, and they were saying that it was things that you guys weren't be able to do because they said when it's time for him to do stuff, you'll call and say he's sick or something. Mm-hmm. But they don't believe you. Mm-hmm. And that really bothered me because it's like, if you don't know, a person don't always have to be sick from the forefront. You don't got to see it. Mm-hmm. Or I don't have to be down with it. But he dealt with a lot. His blood disease had him dealing with a lot. It's times his body not in the perfect position to shoot, or his bones not, able. It just wasn't able. So that shied him away. So he was in his head a lot about that. That's why he was in his head a lot about that. Because a lot of things that he wanted to do, if he was sick, which he was a lot, out of a 30-day period, he's probably sick maybe 10 days.
Damn.
But a lot of people don't know that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So he could plan something today. He'll be like, let's do this. Let's shoot this video. Let's go here. Let's do this. Where we at? Wednesday? He'll be like, okay, let's do it for Friday. Let's do Friday. We can set it up. Pay videographers. Pay this, model, all that. Friday morning, he'll send me a text and say, I ain't doing it. I'm like, what you mean, Papa? You're not doing it? I don't feel like doing it today. Change my mind. Just tell everybody don't worry about it.
Shit, I be doing that. Look, they pointing at me. I be doing this thing.
You know, but, and so those were a lot of challenges that we faced, though. Like, even when it was the sick days and sometimes the not sick days. So for me, that's where I became the hard person. Because I'm like, listen, you can't keep doing this. Mm-hmm. You can't walk away when you get ready because, yeah, you're going to say, well, they still getting paid. A lot of people don't care about money. A lot of people care about their time. They can never get the time back.
100%.
You know, you can always make the money. It is some people that ain't passionate. Mm-hmm. But a lot of people feel like I could have been doing other stuff with my time. You know, so even with his mental depression, people don't realize Papa has seen 3 therapists.
Oh, within, since you know him?
Literally, he's been started seeing 3 therapists, and he just don't go. Like, he'll go the first 1 or 2 times, and then he'll just stop.
What you feel like you could have done, or do you put some of the blame on yourself? Like, damn, I could have did this. You know, that's how we do sometimes. We be like, damn, if I would have. Do you have those moments like, I could have, I would have moments?
Yes and no. And I say yes and no because my I could have been for the last 7.5 years. You understand what I'm saying?
So you did everything. You gave it all you had.
I feel like it.
Yeah.
Because you got to think, you're dealing with the person that's there every day. Mm-hmm. Every day. In 7.5 years, the longest time me and Papa spent from each other was 14 days.
Damn.
And that's because we wasn't speaking. You understand what I'm saying? And so I feel like it's a hard line because it's only so much you can do for people without losing yourself. And in truth, I was already lost because it's a lot. I'm trying to be the manager and I also know what I'm dealing with, and I know the person I'm dealing with, but I also know you got a business to run too. You know what I'm saying? You got this to do. You got to work. You don't got nothing else to do. You don't sell drugs. You ain't in the streets. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, yes, I'm going to sympathize with you on the days that I know you really not doing well, whether it's mentally or physically. But then I also got to push you. I got to push you. Because guess what? If I didn't push him, guess what they would have been saying? The manager terrible. She don't make him do nothing. She don't push him to do nothing. She don't push him to his full potential. You get what I'm saying? So the role that I probably feel like I could have played better was I don't know. I'm going to be honest. Because I feel like I did everything.
Oh, that's solid.
I made it as comfortable as I could.
So, okay.
We're still holding him accountable.
Nah, that's solid. That's a real friend that do that. That put the pressure on you. We go back and forth. We stop speaking. That's a real friend to me. So you don't have no regrets when it comes to that, because I know I did everything I could for you. I love you then. I love you now. You know what I'm saying? So you at peace with that part of it.
I'm absolutely at peace with it.
So where is, like, you know, because after he died, it's like everybody going to find somebody to blame. Like, so you say you dealing with mental issues, so it's really nobody to blame, right? What do you think triggered his mental issues? That's a good question. Because you know you could be fucked up, because I'm fucked up a little bit, but it's certain shit that just fuck me on up, and I just don't deal with it. If that makes sense what I'm saying.
Yeah, but it could be certain things that fuck you up and you don't deal with it. And it could be certain people.
That's what I'm just trying not to say. It's like certain people,
yeah, but guess
I don't deal with that shit.
But guess what? Guess what, man? You might not be a person that's in your head a lot either, though.
Shit.
But I'm saying.
I'm thinking about some shit right now, talking to you about this. I hate bullshit.
Now you mixing, though, you got to remember, you mixing mental health and you mixing drugs.
Oh, okay. That's the difference.
So, to your point of, if I felt like I could have did something better, it probably would have been not being as acceptable to the drug use as I was. And I don't want it to be confused. I wasn't like do this, do that, because a lot of our biggest fallouts was from me hiding drugs or throwing them away or something like that, you know. But I also understand that this is what he felt like his coping mechanism was, you know. And I also seen the difference, too.
What do you mean? Because,
like, a typical day for him is, and again, I'm telling my story and 100%. My experience
100%.
With this person. And nobody else's story ain't here to offend or defend. Nobody. You feel me? So, but at the end of the day, a typical day is him, you know, just sitting around. It could be a normal day for him and getting, but when he high, it's the more, what we doing today? Let's get it.
Oh, that was his fuel.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Let's get it.
He done escape the reality of
whatever else bothering him.
Exactly, yeah.
And I had to respect that, though. It don't mean I accepted it, but I had to respect it. Because he also appeared to be a person that had control. You know? So, I feel like if I could have did anything else better, it would have been that.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Anything else, I don't have no regrets and I don't feel guilty.
What was that about the speech you made at the funeral? Like, it was took out of context. Because, you know, when somebody dies that's close to somebody, we got to blame somebody. I'm going to say that again. We got to blame somebody. And I don't know who we blaming in this situation, but...
In this situation, it's me. Because I was there.
What they saying?
What aren't they saying?
What's the main shit they saying is fucking with you? Because you say you okay.
Everything.
Let me say this, Dee Dee. You say you okay with, you know what I'm saying, you and little bro, he passed away. I'm at peace with that. So what's making you upset? It's got to be the talk, right?
The narrative. The talk and the narrative.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people, okay, so my speech, let's go back to that. Let's start there. At the funeral, one, it wasn't scripted. I didn't pre-plan it. I didn't even pre-plan the speech. It just came over me while I was there. You know what I'm saying? But I'm also talking from a place of emotion, too. You know, this is the hardest thing I've ever dealt with in my life. The most traumatic thing I've ever seen. You understand what I'm saying? But I also knew what I was dealing with. Everybody around knew what we was dealing with. But again, people from the outside can say, oh, they failed him. They didn't do this. They didn't do that. The family failed him. The manager failed him. Like it was a guy, he got online, he did a crazy, but after the funeral, oh, that bitch, she should have had him Baker acted. She should have did. She should have that.
What?
I should have had him Baker acted. It's a phase that it's like a type of, what's the word I'm trying to say? Treatment, but it's a diagnosis that they give people, I guess, for all the people I know, you got to be crazy. And you have to have previous existing behavioral.
So what they do? Like, what?
So if I guess, if you, because niggas also just be talking and shit, too. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nigga, you can't tell nobody what they fucking should have did because you weren't there. You weren't in our shoes. You didn't live our life. I don't know, some motherfucking nigga
so
walking
why the hell
around
you even see that?
with red hair because it was everywhere. Everybody reposted it.
Oh, for real?
Everybody. Shit was everywhere. I would have slapped that bitch. You fucked our city up. He from Jacksonville, whatever. You fucked our... That man needed some men behind him. He ain't need no... You don't even know me, sir. Because y'all got to make up y'all mind. Am I too hard on him? Or am I too passive? You understand what I'm saying? But the Baker Act is a situation, I think, where if you go and you tell them that the person appears suicidal, they take them and put them in a home. Even the thing with that, Papa was gonna go in there and make us look like a fool. That's what he was gonna do. Because ain't nothing crazy about him. Nothing.
To take your own life, something wrong with you.
I'm not gonna say that. I beg to differ. You know why I beg to differ? Yeah, something's wrong with you if you have a mental illness.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But what I'm saying is, in terms of education and knowledge and all of that, that man ain't crazy.
No, I get what you're saying. You're saying he's fully functional, but the thing about it is, some shit can come over you. When you got if you mix mental health and drugs, that's what came over you. Exactly.
That's what comes over you.
Exactly.
And now you're dealing with the greater of the evils because you're in your head.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But this was the regular. That's what I'm saying. And that's what people don't realize. So even in me saying at my speech, I basically was like, because a lot of people blame his baby mama because they knew that they had differences. It was real bad, you know. It was bad.
They blaming everybody.
So because they know, and he make a lot of songs, you know, talking about they difficult times, and you know what I'm saying. Like it was a period of time. It was just a tough time for them.
Man.
So initially she was a target. And then it became the... Before you?
Nah,
I was there too because I was there. But it was me and Gotti and the manager.
Okay, yeah. Okay, you what?
Me, Gotti, the label here, and the baby mama.
You were signed to CMG, right? Yeah.
So in my speech, I basically was like, you know, I battled with even talking to y'all. Because the whole conversation for the whole time was, what did she say to him? What did she say to him to make him do it? That's every question. That's what everybody been, what she said. She said something to push him over the edge.
What would make them think you would do that though?
The people that don't know me or the people that know me?
Whoever was saying it.
Everybody was saying it.
What the hell?
For the people that know us,
yeah,
they probably figure they felt like we got in an argument and that just pushed him. Because we argue a lot. I mean, and it's natural.
Oh.
I'm the closest person to them, though, regularly, on a daily basis.
Oh, they saying that one. I ain't gonna say they working that one. They saying that one like...
Working it, you said it right.
They working that one, though. You like, she probably push him over the edge with an argument because you the closest one. But they would have said that about anybody, though. So you got to take this...
I don't think that.
I'm saying if anybody that's close to you, they gonna blame the person that's closer to you. That's just how this shit go.
But that doesn't make it right.
You're right. It don't make it right, but some people
it doesn't make it right. God ain't you shouldn't have chose me for it. No, for real.
But you strong though. You still standing. All I'm saying. I get what you're saying, but how you beat that though? How do you beat that? Tell me, because I want to know. How do we beat that? But
people took from the funeral me saying, if you knew Papa, you knew that this is what he wanted.
Like what?
And I meant, and a lot of people said it was insensitive, and it probably was because, again, I'm speaking from a place of emotion.
Saying like leave the world. That's what he wants.
This is all he talk about. He got, 12 albums. That's all he talk about. Papa always said he want to be with his grandma. And Papa felt like not being here, no matter how right or wrong it was, in our eyes, he felt like not being here was his peace.
Oh,
so to have conversations with him, me and his mama, like this is regular. His mama, he calls his mama every day. She pray, you know, we all go through this. We all have these conversations with him. And he'll say to us, y'all selfish for wanting me to stay here knowing I want to be here.
So that's probably why they were saying y'all probably took him to the other shit.
Yeah, but guess what? You also talking about a person for
I'm just saying, you get what I'm saying?
That nigga don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Like, you weren't there at the end of the day.
Yeah,
And guess what? We talking about the same person. But I'm telling you that, but I'm also telling you about a person who's, again, tried therapy.
Yeah.
A person who can be in his head right now in this moment and not be in his head in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So I will still sit here and say that, and I'm standing on this, no matter what. There's only so much anybody can do.
Oh, you're right. Because motherfucker mind made.
Because sometimes people, and even if it ain't, sometimes what people are dealing with, and a lot of times, not even sometimes, is between them and God.
100%.
And a lot of things that people deal with, humans are not necessarily the answer.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Like, it go back to the saying where, oh, you know, how people be like, oh, you can't go to war unless you got your money right. Sometimes money don't win the war. You understand what I'm saying? So when you dealing with a mental war, you can have all the money in the world.
So damn, you said at the funeral, you said this is what he want, and they took that like
I was saying, oh, he wanted to be dead. Yeah. So my thing was, and I was saying, everybody die, y'all say, rest in peace. Now you at peace. You know what I'm saying? Now you at peace. Now you can get your rest. So in my mind, I'm saying, if you knew Papa, this is what Papa felt like his peace was. And it is. It's just that. It don't matter if that's what it was. That's what he felt like it was. Understand what I'm saying? That's what he felt like his peace was.
Yeah.
No matter how much we try to talk it out of, no matter how much, and no matter how repetitive it was and how, because at the end of the day, again.
Do you think y'all started taking it like he was just talking? Wow, you know what I'm saying? You know how...
I never took it as he was just talking. Yeah. And you know why I say that? Let me tell you why I say I never take it as he was just talking. Because I was on the phone with his mom. I called his mom. But Papa also, like, he would get in those places where he'll be like, he could call me and the day could be going totally normal. He'll call me like, oh, you're just sleeping. Yeah, tonight I'm finna take these 10 pills. So if I wake up tomorrow, just make sure everybody good. Like, and I'll be like, Papa, stop it. Don't do that. Like, stop talking crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, but he'll be sitting there totally laughing for, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Or he'll call somebody else and say something crazy. You know, he'll call his mom and say something crazy. Or she'll be like, you'll go around there and check on him. Whatever, yada, yada, yada. And so I don't think it was a space of me not taking it or us not taking it serious. I think that when it's so much, I mean,
you think
I'm not gonna have them locked up.
Let me ask you this before I forget this question because it's on my mind. Do you think by people knowing y'all relationship for real, do you think somebody's supposed to come defend you in this situation?
Absolutely.
Like who?
All the people that was close. And I don't even want to say like necessarily defend me. I feel like in this time, I've been there for everybody that needed me. You know what I'm saying? That's affiliated with him. Everybody that needed me. There was nothing nobody couldn't call me for that I wasn't there for, no matter what it was. I feel like them knowing me, knowing what kind of person I was to him, knowing our relationship, knowing what kind of heart I got, knowing how I am. If I could have jumped in that window and stopped Papa, I would have. I feel like once the narrative got out of hand and once people started, it became the manager, oh, yeah. I think that somebody could have said something. I feel like somebody could have said something to the extent of, we know this woman. You know what I'm saying? It don't mean that you got to sit on here and say, oh, no, they couldn't argue that day. Or, no, she couldn't have said nothing to trigger him. But what absolutely anybody could have said, anybody that was close to him that was having anything to say could have said, if we don't know nothing else, we know she ain't going to never do nothing to hurt him. We know she ain't gonna never let nothing happen to him.
Yeah.
For 7.5 years, I've took him all across this country and brought him and every person that went with us back home the way we left.
Yeah.
He's never been to jail. You can't probably count on one hand how many rappers coming from the environment that he came from, coming from where he came from, that don't even have a record.
Mm-hmm.
You probably can't tell me 5.
Right.
So,
not 3.
my point exactly.
Yeah.
So, and it's not just the way I handle Papa though, Bank. And so I think that's another thing that bothered me and offended me. It's the way I handle every person around him. Every person that's with us. Nothing changed.
Yeah.
The dynamics didn't change with Papa. The only thing changed is I was around him more. He required more attention.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I was the safe space for him. And there was nothing wrong with that.
Damn. You feel like social media is what's triggering all that shit for you?
Absolutely.
You reading every comment, everything.
I know. That's what's crazy. I don't.
You can't. That
Like,
shit is running your head.
I had to even like stop talking with a lot of people that I talked to when this first happened because a lot of people were sending me stuff, you know, and I had.
And then it become your algorithm. They'll go find it for you after that. Once you start watching this shit too much.
I had people sending me stuff, and I had people calling me every day, all day. Yeah, we've been arguing with this person. We've been arguing with that person. I'm like, and I had to tell people like, listen, y'all stop, because it's not making it no better. You know, like, and that goes back to me feeling like I think all the people from the outside who were having so much to say was probably looking at it like, well, ain't nobody close to him saying nothing in defense of her, so it gotta be something. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? And I think that hurt me, like, tremendously. But it is what it is.
So how do you move forward?
What you mean?
Like, how do you move forward? How you see yourself moving forward? Like, how do you move past this situation? I know it ain't gonna never go nowhere. Like, once you lose somebody you love, it never go nowhere. That's the truth. But how do you move forward past, like, letting shit that shouldn't affect you? You know what I'm saying? Like,
prayer.
They gonna
strength, faith.
Yeah.
Me knowing inside. Him knowing. Him leaving here knowing.
Exactly.
Where we was with it. You get what I'm saying? Me knowing.
So was it anything different about that day? Like you said earlier, was it anything different in his voice? That like you look back on?
So let's build up to today. So a few days before that, I had went out of town. So I got back that Saturday. Granted, this happened on a Wednesday. So I got back that Saturday. Literally, I think he was in my driveway when I pulled up. Like, we literally live on the next block from each other. So he was there with his son, whatever. But he had his son for a couple of days. So when he have a son, he don't get high. And I want to address that too, because the autopsy report said that he was on methamphetamine, and a lot of people was like, hey, he was shooting meth. I want to make it clear, he does not shoot meth. He take ecstasy, and I think from what I heard, what I know, they make ecstasy
with meth.
So yeah, to clear that up. Mm-hmm. But so he started getting high that Saturday because I was there. I got the baby, whatever, and so he up Saturday. He up all day Sunday. He up all day Monday. We go out in the mountains. We shoot a video, and we come back. He had some company with him, man. Already been like, you know, like this was Lil Papa, like he just acting, you know, like he just being so mean, whatever. I'm like, he been up, you know, just whatever. So mind you, Saturday he up, Sunday he up, Monday he up, no sleep. By Monday night, he's ready to go to sleep. So he looking for Zans, because that's the only way he can sleep. Mm-hmm. You know?
go up, gotta come down.
Tuesday, he's still up. Because, you know, he can't get no prescription from his doctor. She not doing well, whatever the case may be. So he like, he just up. He up. And the thing about Papa, he an antagonist. When he high, he gonna do little stuff to antagonize. You understand? So it's like, okay. So Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, so middle of the night, I have a missed call from him. And so it's like 4 or 5 in the morning. So I wake up and I call him back at like 7, 8 in the morning. And I'm like, what's up? I had a missed call from you. And he was like, oh yeah, shit. I was calling to tell you to come get me. I wrecked the car. This how he talking though. Shit, I wrecked the car. I hit the damn wall. And I'm like, Papa, what you mean you wrecked the car? Yeah, shit. Man, fucking with them Zans, I had the car doing 120. I was just riding. But I'm good, shit. I was at peace. I've been sitting here 2 hours before you called back.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, Papa, where you at? I don't know, shit. I told you I was just riding. So, but in my mind, it's like, it ain't no need for me to really say, are you okay or nothing? Because I hear the antagonizing Papa in your voice. You get what I'm saying? I hear yeah, it is what it is. So he like, man, I don't know where I'm at. I told you I'm good. I've been sitting here 2 hours before you called me. I'm like, Papa, is the car messed up? Yeah, shit, that bitch gotta be fucked up. Shit. Told you I had it doing 120. So I'm like, is the police there? He like, nah. Shit, the car asked me, it looked like you've been in an accident. Do you need some help? And I just pushed the X button. Like, no. I'm like, Papa, where are you? I don't know if I'm gonna send you my location. I'm like, okay, send me his location. He an hour. He by the airport. So I'm like, Papa, you by the airport. Like, what you doing way over there? I don't know. I told you I was just riding. I'm like, all right, I'm on my way. Here I come. I hang up. Again, I'm just waking up.
Uh-huh.
So I get up. I drive to him. He's on 85. Literally, like, on the side of the road. But as I'm pulling up, from the driver's side, I don't really see nothing wrong with the car. And I'm like, yeah, here we go. You get what I'm saying? I'm like, and here we go, meaning, here go the high, I'm on bullshit type time. You know what I'm saying? Pop, okay. So I pull behind him, and when I get out, I walk to the driver's side of the car. I mean, the passenger side, I'm sorry. The passenger side, because again, he's sitting on the side of 85. It's rush hour, so it's cars going by, all of that. So as I'm walking on the side of the car, I don't really see nothing. But the back bumper had a deep scratch in it. Like, but the scratch was so deep and white, but it wasn't along the doors. It was like a little brush white that was on the door that had been there. But it wasn't like the back bumper. So, but the front bumper had the exact same deep scrape. So I'm looking, and then it's a piece that, the piece that go over the tire.
The fender. You talking about the fender?
I don't know, the little strip that go over the tire.
Okay, yeah.
It was hanging off.
Yeah.
So in my mind, I'm looking and I'm like, you ain't been in no wreck. But he also said, he was like, I wrecked the fucking car. But he also said he hit the wall. So in my mind, I'm looking at the car like, but you hit the wall. But how is the scratch in the front and only in the back bumper and the front bumper? Why is it not down the whole side of the car? So I'm just like, so he rolled the passenger window down and he he laughed with this little grin. That bitch fucked up. And I'm like, no, Papa. The car is not messed up. So he get out and he walk around. He like, oh, this little shit, this all I did? Oh, man, I thought I fucked this bitch up. If you know Papa though, you know that he don't like this type of like, he don't bullshit. This type of shit he do. Like he on some antagonizing shit. So I'm like, I look, so as I'm pushing the piece, I'm just slapping the piece back up over the tire that was sticking out. I look down at the tire and the tire got a knot in the bottom of the tire. So I'm like, Papa, we ain't gonna drive the car though, because of the knot in the tire. It ain't gonna make it back to our side, which is an hour, like I said, from where we at. I'm like, let's just pull off the highway and I'll call a tow truck. My son worked for a tow company. So he like, all right. Even with the knot in the tire though, and because the car wasn't messed up at all. It did have a knot in the tire, but in my mind, I'm also knowing that you just told me you was on the highway doing 120, all of this. Now I'm here. If I say, come on, let's just drive back to this side of town, he gonna really get on the highway and just do the most because I'm here to see it. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? So, good. Okay. So I said, get off on the next exit. So I get back in my truck. The next exit is Camp Creek. So he veered like he getting off the exit and he jumped back across. So I call him. I'm like, Papa, why you ain't get off? He like, oh, that shit said aviation or something, or airport or something. I ain't think that was no exit. And I'm like, okay, just get off on the next exit, which is Virginia Ave. So we get off on the next exit. I'm like, Papa, turn in the racetrack. He passed the racetrack. I said, Papa, why didn't you turn in the racetrack? I missed it. I said, Papa, just pull over. Just turn right there in that Hilton. Which, if you know Virginia, it's across the street. I'm like, just turn right there in that Hilton. So we turn in the Hilton. We pull on. He pull around. I'm behind him. He pull around. He pull over. So I get out. Oh, I back up. In the process of us being on the way getting off the exit, I called my son. And I'm like, Kentrell, I said, Papa wrecked the car. It's not messed up, but it got a knot in the tire. I don't want him to have to drive it back to outside. Can you send a tow truck? And he like, yeah, Mom, but it's going to be like 2 hours, you know. And I'm like, okay, when we part, I'll call you and tell you where we at. He like, okay. So we pull over in the Hilton. I get out. I walk back to the passenger side and I'm looking, because in my mind, I'm like, I just woke up. I done drove an hour. Do I want to stay here 2 hours, or do I really want to just let him try to drive the car back over there? So he get out. And we both like look at it. He go back, get in the car, but he still got this little smirk. And I'm like, Papa, listen. Kentrell said it's going to be 2 hours before a tow truck could come. I said, so let's just leave the car here and leave the key, and you get in the car with me, and we just go. And he like, no, I'm good. I'm going to wait for the tow truck. I'm good. I told you, I was sitting there 2 hours before you even called me back. I was good. I was sitting there scrolling on my phone. I was good. I'm like, okay. I turn around. I go back to my truck because I'm knowing, like, he finna be an antagonist this morning. You feel me? So I sit there for a second. I call my son back. I said, Kentrell, we're over here off Virginia, whatever, by the airport. Is it really going to be 2 hours, or can it be any less? He was like, Mom, I don't know. I would need to call the dispatcher to see. He was like, but if you're by the airport, it's probably definitely going to be 2 hours, and it's early. You know, I'm like, all right, I'm going to call you back. I hang up. In the process, I get on the phone with somebody else, you know, talking about something totally different or whatever, and I'm just sitting there because in my mind, I'm really trying to process, like, do I want to really sit here, or should I just let him try to call him back and we just figure it out? So I get out. Again, when I get out this time, though, when I go to the window, he don't roll the window down outside. You know, like, I'm like, and when he rolled the window down, he crack it like this. I'm like, Papa, roll the window down. Like, what you doing? So he crack it a little more. So I'm like, Papa, Cantrell said it's really gonna be 2 hours before the tow truck get here. Like, let's leave the car. Nah, I told you I'm good. I'm gonna wait for the tow truck. I'm like, well, we can't sit park right here. This ain't no parking. So let's at least put it in a parking space then and just whatever. Nah, I'm good. I'm waiting for the tow truck. And matter of fact, when the tow truck come, just tell them to get whoever out the car when they get here too. So I'm looking. Well, mind you, he looking at me through probably this much of the window. So he looked like he talking to me. He looked up at me like this, you know. So I'm like, he like, yeah, tell the tow truck bring an ambulance with him. I said, Papa, don't start this. You feel me? Because again, this is his, like, Papa, don't start this. He like, yeah. So as he's saying that, though, I was like, he like, yeah, tell him bring an ambulance so they can get the body out the car. But he ain't talking like in no fury. He just, yeah, tell him bring an ambulance so they can get the body out the car too. As he's saying it, though, he leaned over. And like, so I step up, like, you know how you step up to see what somebody doing. Like, I step up in the crack, like, see what he doing, and I see him come up with the gun and sitting in his lap. And I said, Papa, don't start this. I'm finna call your mama. Because one thing about it, but I always say, no matter if he talking crazy in a not angry state or an angry state, I always say, I'm going to call your mother. Mm-hmm. You know, and we got into it about that. Oh, stop calling my mama. I'm like, you make my mama worry. I'm like, that's your mama. And my thought process has always been, in the event anything ever happened, I don't want him to be able to say, well, he told you this thing, you ain't called nobody. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? So I called her a lot. Even when it ain't even him saying nothing too serious, if he say anything, I call her, you know, she'd be like, let me call him, whatever the case may be. And vice versa. If he called her, she called me. You know, that's what we do. So he looking up at me like this. I'm like, Papa, I'm finna call your mama now. And he just looking. Like, call her. So call her. So I call her. I'm like, good morning. Sorry to wake you up. She was like, no, you good? What's wrong? I said, Papa called me. He told me he wrecked the car. I get up. I come over here where he at. The car not messed up, but I tell him I need to call the tow truck, you know, because the tire messed up. She was like, I said, now he's sitting here with a gun in his hand, talking like he finna kill himself. She said, all that, he doing all that because he wrecked the car? Mind you, I don't want it to get confused. She's not being dismissive, but it's early in the morning for her too. I woke up out of sleep, and this...
It's not out the norm.
It's not out the norm.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So she say, he doing all this because he wrecked the car? And I'm like, there's nothing wrong with the car. Like, and you know, I'm telling her it ain't that bad. All this because he wrecked the car. I'm like, it ain't like that. I said, the car, and she was like, so what's wrong with it? So he like, tell her. I'm like, what you want me to tell her, Papa? I'm like, tell her, what's wrong? Like, she's like, so what's the problem now? What's wrong now? And I'm like, I don't know. I said, Papa, I'm on the phone with your mama. Like, well, tell her. I said, what you want me to tell her? And he was like, it's all y'all fault. And in the moment that he said that, I don't know if it was like he already had it. I don't know. But his car, if you hit the window button, you don't have to hold it.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So in that moment when he said that, he had to click the button, because at the same time I see him coming up with the gun. But the same way the gun was coming, he coming up with the gun, the window go all the way up. And I hit a shot. Instantly when I hit a shot, it's like, I know what happened, but I don't think it happened.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Because I'm like, even though he's never played with me with a gun. Like, the most he gonna say is about, like, oh, I'm gonna take all these pills. Or I'm telling y'all now, y'all better have y'all fun this month. I'm gonna be gone next month. Like, this is the type of stuff he, say, like, but over the years. So, but in my mind, I'm sitting there saying, I'm already screaming. She's still on the phone. I'm already screaming, and I'm like, I grabbed the door handle, and it was locked. And in my mind, I'm like, is he fucking with me? You know what I'm saying? But I'm knowing he's not fucking with me. Because I know that he ain't finna shoot this gun in this parking lot. You know what I'm saying? Top of the morning, like this, all this. So I looked through the windshield. And when I looked through the windshield, he was laid over on the console. So then, but I'm still in my head, even though I'm screaming, I'm in a fury, I'm still thinking, he fucking with me. You understand what I'm saying? I'm still trying to say he fucking with me because he leaned over and then I placed my face on the windshield. And I placed my face on the windshield. I see blood coming out of his head and I turned around. I took off running into the hotel and I'm telling his mom, I'm like, call the police. She's like, you hang up, call him. When I ran in the hotel, it's already I knew this after the fact that, cause soon as I'm running in screaming, saying like, he shot, I need help. He jumps, this guy jumped up off the bench and he like, who has the gun, ma'am? Come sit down, And I turn around, I take off running back. And it's a little parking lot over here. It's a police car coming out of the actual parking lot. And they like, where is the person at? I'm like, in that car. And they try to open the door and they, go around to the passenger side. Bust the window out, passenger door, unlock it, go back around. And they take him out and then when they open the door, cause like I'm sitting over there on the curb. Cause by now I'm hyperventilating, everything. I'm sitting over there on the curb. And when they open the door, I see him like on the face. I see his body like he's still moving. And I never told his mom that he was okay. But I told her, I'm like, when they opened the door, his body was still, up and down. And she was like, he gonna be okay. He gonna be okay. And
you trying to breathe?
I guess.
You can see movement.
Yeah, I just seen his body. Because then they instantly, once they opened the door and they instantly moved me, like up to the front of the hotel and started talking to me. And they was asking me basically, what happened. Same thing. And for me, I had a lot of different thoughts of what happened, but I felt a couple things. I felt like if he wouldn't have been up all them days, I don't feel like it would have happened. Mm-hmm. Then I feel like if he did that with intent, even though he was suicidal, he suffered from mental depression, some people be calling up help and don't really want help. You understand what I'm saying? I feel like if that was his intent for that day, I feel like the drugs and him being up all them days and the paranormal activity, you get what I'm saying? I feel like the psychosis kicked it. I feel like the drugs gave him the guts. That's just my feeling.
Do you think he was trying to build himself up to do that like on 85?
You know what? I thought about that a lot. But I don't know, because I kept asking the officers, because one thing we know about Atlanta, they got cameras everywhere. And I know it was highway cameras. And I kept asking the detective, like, was he really sitting on 85 those 2 hours that he told me he had been out there? Because like I say, he called me, the missed call I had from him was like probably 5, 6 o'clock. When I called him back, it was like 8 something.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it was never a way for me to find out if he was really sitting in them 2 hours, you know? So then I leave, I go to the hospital. His brother, them at the hospital. When I get there, my son come get me from the scene. We go to the hospital. His brother, them already there. And of course, by now, somebody in the hospital has preliminarily, before, you know, anybody could even say anything, and
hit the block instant.
Yep. And that turned into, the manager had to say something. The manager said something to push him over the edge. The manager said something.
They had on the phone with you, right? They saying like before you call mom, basically. Because when you talking to mom, dude, what everything was going on?
And you know what's crazy? She said she didn't even hear the shot. She said the last thing, she said she heard him just say, "You tell her." So initially, a lot of people didn't know that she was on the phone, you know, until the body cam footage came out. And for me, even with me feeling slight or feeling, so even with everybody saying what she said, or what he said, what was the last thing he said, what was the last thing he said, from family, outside of his immediate, his mama, for that matter, outside of those people, I felt like what he said was still personal to him. Okay? Because at the end of the day, if you know Papa, you know that he a really personal person. He a private person.
You talking about when he said it's all y'all fault?
Yeah, no matter what he said, though, even if he wouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
Whatever he said, he could have said it was anybody's fault. He could have said anything.
Yeah.
Unless he would have said to me, such and such just did this to me, or such and such da-da-da-da. I feel like whatever his words were, they were still personal to him. And I don't understand how nobody else don't feel and respect that. His life was personal to him.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? No matter who's got online and attacked me in any kind of way, near or far, it's still a lot of things that I'm going to hold reservations to, because his life, his legacy, and the things that he dealt with and battled with that only maybe I knew, or that only certain people, is still personal to him.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? So even in me speaking to you right now, I'm speaking to you about him and about this situation from a level of him sitting right here, though.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
No different. So a lot of my reservation is speaking, period. No matter who said what. Knowing that 95% of the shit everybody who was speaking was saying was false. About me telling his mom he was okay, I never told her that. About me being the first person at the hospital, I was never the first person. Me and my children, his brother was there when I got there. You feel what I'm saying? About his bag being missing in the jewelry. And that's the other thing. Like, everybody knew. When I'm sitting there talking to the officers, the lady asked me for my name and my address. But I'm on like the third or fourth officer at this point. And I'm like, it's in my bag. My bag is in the car. And she like, the Goyard bag? And I knew that was his bag. You know what I'm saying? Because I bought it for him for his birthday. And I'm like, no, not that bag. I said, I'm in the truck behind him. And she was like, oh, okay, excuse me. She was like, oh, okay. So when we leave the hospital, one of his best friends called me and they like, did they give you the bag? And I'm like, nobody gave me nothing. Like, once they moved me from the car, they never let me go back that way. Uh-huh. And my son never dispatched his whole truck, so he wasn't even the person that towed the car. But either way it go, they wasn't gonna let him tow the car anyway, because now it's a crime scene.
For sure.
So,
some stuff got missing.
His bag and his jewelry was in it.
Okay.
But the crazy thing is, so when his brother them called me and asked about it, his friend, and I'm like, we finna go to the tow yard to make sure we get this bag out of the car. And I said it, I said at that moment, I'm like, was his jewelry in there? Because what he'll normally do, he had company the night before his house. So what he'll do, he'll take his jewelry, throw it in the bag, and just put the bag up. So the jewelry being in his bag is not out the norm. He just grab the bag and walk off and leave and go somewhere. So they were like, yeah. So we get up the next morning, they called me. They was like, can you, come go with us to the tow yard to get the bag? Because the car is in our name together, our business name. I got him the car for his birthday. Well, I put the down payment on the car for his birthday, whatever, some years back. So I had to be there. So we go, and when we go to the back, me and his friends, when they take us to the back to search the car, there's nothing in the car. So we go back in the front, and it's crazy, it's kind of weird. And again, I'm not blaming nobody. But when we pull up, the tow yard is so big. I don't know if you ever been to South Metro Tow, but yeah. So you know how big it is. Mm-hmm. They have to drive you to your car if it's not right there. Mm-hmm. So the guy that pulled up in the truck to take us back to the car, he like, what car y'all here for? Whatever. We like, the black BMW. And he like, oh, it had came in yesterday. I bought it here. So we like, yeah. So he was like, all right, give me 1 second. He go inside the building. He don't even come back out. He sends somebody else out to drive us to the back. But of course, none of this stuff is going to red flag you until after you. So the guy that drove us to the back, me and his best friend went, me and Papa best friend went back to the back and we searched the car, whatever. So we both like, where the stuff that was in the car? And he was like, oh, I don't know. We don't touch the cars. We don't go in them. But mind you, the passenger window is still busted out from them. So I instantly asked him, I said, the car just came in here yesterday. Why is it already so far in the back? It's literally on the last aisle of the tow yard, all the way in the back. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, why is it so far in the back? He was like, because it had blood in it. So it's a biohazard. And I was like, oh, okay. So we going back up to the front and we asked him, like, y'all got cameras back here? He like, no, we only got them in the front. So like, oh yeah, okay. So we go back in the tow yard and everybody in the friends, I'm like, y'all hold on. Let me just figure out first, because the white guy who owned it, he already on some, hey, with the noise. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, it was supposed to be a bag in the car and it's not in there or whatever. And he was like, well, then you need to talk to the police because we don't have nothing. So he said, and right here, he gave me the paper. And on the paper, it's a log where you're supposed to, as the officer, is supposed to log everything that they left in the car. It's blank. So he was like, they didn't log that they left anything in the car. So I'm like, okay. Now his homeboys, they like, nah, the nigga, he ain't come back out. He
Where
told
that
us where shit at. So I'm like, y'all hold on. Let's just go to the police station because it's around the corner. They might have kept it. We go to the police station. We go inside. The same detective that was on the scene, she come out. And I'm like, hey, you told me yesterday, I said, we just left the tow yard. They're saying his bag isn't in the car. I said, but I know the bag was in the car because when I sent you to get my ID, you asked which bag, the go yard bag.
Yeah.
And so she was like, no, it was in the car. And she was like, and the jewelry was in the bag too. I seen the chains. And I'm like, so y'all didn't keep it? And she said, no, I sent it with the tow company. So I'm like,
never do that though.
Listen, she said, no, I left it in the car. I sent it with the tow company. So now I'm like, why you do that? And she was like, well, we don't take the stuff out of the car. Now you saying the same thing the tow people saying. So I'm like, so she was like, he has a medicine bottle in there. I took that out and another little baggie or something. And she was like, that's it. And I left the jewelry in there. And
why would you leave that expensive shit in there though?
So as we talking, her superior comes out. And he goes, he must have heard the conversation about. He goes, but we take a picture of everything we leave in the car. So I said, do you have a picture of it then? Let me take it back to the tow yard. He was like, yeah. He go back, he print me the picture of the bag on the passenger floor. And he bring it out. So all of us, we go back to the tow yard. It's all of us. So I go in there with the picture and I'm like, hey, mind you, if we just being totally honest, I didn't give a fuck about the bag, the jewelry, and nothing.
Clear your face. I ain't got it.
But no, it ain't even clear my face. I don't got it. It's still his shit.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Though, but it's like, but so did they
and
still try to say
they called me and asked me about it. So hey, let's go get it.
But did they still try to say you got it after all that?
Who is they?
Anybody.
Everybody. That's all everybody's saying.
After, so
not,
you went to the tow yard and got it?
Mom. And
so how you get it within there? How you get it?
I don't have it.
No, I'm saying, how would you have got it? Like, if the police lady said they sent it with the tow truck, you wasn't there, and they got a picture that it was in there, but you had to go to the tow yard to get the shit, didn't you?
And we all went to the tow yard together.
So.
And even still, the tow yard people would have said, well, somebody already came and got something out of the car. Or something, if that was the case. No, we went up there as soon as the place opened. So I go back inside, and I'm like, hey, the police say they left the bag in the car. They gave me this picture showing me that the bag was in the car. And I specifically asked the detective while I was standing, I said, did you leave the car or did you wait for the tow company? She said, no, I waited for the tow guy. I waited for him to take the car away. Okay, so, because I'm just trying to wing out any possibility of somebody stuck their hand in the bag. I mean, in the car and got the bag. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. She's like, no, I waited for the tow. I called South Metro, told to come get the car. I waited for them, and they took the car. And I left the bag in the car. So, the people saying, we don't give a fuck what they told you. This is the tow people. This is exactly how they talking to us. We don't give a fuck what they told you. We ain't got it. We ain't seen it. So now this making everybody in an uproar. Because one, the shit ain't walked. It ain't been but 24 hours. And two, y'all talking to us dead crazy. So, and the man like, and we ain't responsible for it. So now I'm like, what the fuck you mean y'all ain't responsible? It's on your tow company. Matter of fact, the other driver told us that the tow truck got cameras. So let us see the camera from the tow truck then. He like, nah, I ain't doing all that. The police he pulled that paper up again. He said, the police didn't say it was nothing in the car. They didn't log right here. They were supposed to log it. Okay. I get on the phone, call the police. Mind you, South Metro Tour is in DeKalb County. Hateville, where it happened at, is Fulton. Mm-hmm. So when I call the police, to make a report, DeKalb come. The DeKalb County officer, he came and he specifically said, I tell him the situation, he said, the officer was supposed to take the bag out of the car. He said, we don't leave stuff like that in the car for this reason. He said, but every officer don't do their job. He said, but she was supposed to take the bag out of the car. She, he, whoever. She said, and especially once you knew it was a high profile situation and you seen the jewelry in the bag, she was supposed to take that bag and put it in evidence and let his family come pick it up. By now, Hateville police pulling up. Because the tow people done called them. Now they into it with each other. The owner of the South Metro touring telling the police, y'all officers crooked. You better get in turnaround fast and because y'all ain't told us y'all left no bag in, you know, and that's the story of the bag. And they said they did an investigation and it never led back to nothing.
So how you get in it? Like I'm saying, how?
Because I was the last one on the scene. I was the last one with him.
After people know all that, after they know all that, what happened? Well, some of the people that went with you,
I think that a narrative has been. No, they know.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. So it don't even matter then. If the people that went with you to go retrieve his shit, that love him with you, they know you ain't get it. So what the fuck? The internet? Who care about what the internet say?
I hate when people say that. Who care about what the internet say? We all care about what the internet say.
We do, but I'm saying, but you can't beat that though.
Yeah, because
like, that shit,
let me tell you why I can't beat it. You're right, I can't beat it. But let me tell you why it's a problem.
They just lying.
Because when the narrative, 90% of this shit is a lie.
That's
when the
what
narrative,
I'm
but when people making a justice for Papa and make sure y'all investigating, and this shit is going deep, and my DMs full of death threats and shit. You stole his jewelry and you stole his bag and
that can weigh on your mental.
You and the label, this, that, and the other. First of all, I don't work for the label. I work for Papa.
Those are trolls though.
Papa was signed to Interscope Records.
I still gotta tell you that those are trolls. Those are people. Ain't nobody in real life.
They trolls, but some of them ain't.
But ain't nobody walking up on you in real life saying no, putting an emoji by your feet, none of that.
Ain't nobody gonna walk up on me.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. So it's not real life. That's that fucking
it's real life. It's real life. You know why it's real life? Because we're living in a time where, and that's the only reason why I'm here. There you go. That's the only reason I'm sitting right here.
I can't beat you. I gotta keep it real.
I didn't want to be here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest.
You gotta say
under these circumstances, I didn't want to be here. I don't want to sit here and have to talk to you about it.
No.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, no,
but we're also in a time, and we're dealing with a generation of people where, one, if you got certain people that appear to be close to the situation, creating certain narratives to make it look like, because what happened is, once one person created a narrative that the manager, somebody did something to him, everybody took, this what's gonna get the clicks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, we got to keep running with this.
It's true until something like this happens. Now basically you can 50-50. You drawing a line. Believe me or you don't.
So we're in a world of today where whoever got the biggest following or whoever the masses following, whatever this person said to the masses, 100%. That's the truth, because we ain't never heard that.
100%.
You understand what I'm saying?
100%.
So that's where I'm at with it. I'm dealing with as long as I kept being quiet, because I'm fucking grieving, dog.
Yeah.
I'm grieving. I ain't grieving no nigga I managed. I'm grieving a nigga that was as close to me as my kids, as my mama, as my brothers, closer.
Real shit.
You feel what I'm saying? Because it's the person I done spent the last 7.5 years with. Beside him at the hospital, beside him at doctor's visits, beside him at shows, beside him every fucking where. Too many days me and Papa done hopped in the car together and rode 13, 14 hours for him to do a feature and all type of shit when nobody else was available.
You know what's crazy about that when you said that? And I don't mean to cut you off. It's like perception do become reality, because a motherfucker be right next to you knowing that something is a lie, and because of the internet saying it's real, they'll start treating you like they believe the lie.
Exactly.
That shit is crazy. Like you got motherfuckers that allow the internet to persuade them from the truth, but they ain't fucking with her. Niggas will do that. You right.
No,
you
they
right.
do it.
They doing it.
They doing it.
Yeah, you right. Be right next to you, know the truth, but just because the internet ain't fucking with me, you know, real life, you gonna be like, bro, like, nigga. That's crazy right now. So you right. I appreciate you for pulling up, because you had to. They gotta say something. I would have never knew. Guess what? I would have never knew nothing about none of this shit. If somebody would have been like you said, if you don't know one side, it'd be like, okay. The first time I heard, hey, goddamn shouting manager, I wouldn't even never knew your, I know your name. I know you. Let's say if I didn't know you.
Right.
It'd be like, oh, damn, for real that happened? And just leave it at that.
It go to, the manager was stealing from him. Oh, the manager, da-da-da. What man? I don't know a manager yet that the people don't say they stealing.
Because they manage the money, yeah.
And even when you don't manage the money, the manager, especially when you're dealing with people that deal with mental depression, drug addiction, and everything else, right? A person of status. Even people that don't have status, though. But people of status who have managing, the manager is always the fall guy.
100%.
I have been and I think that's another thing. Like, I'm so mad at Papa. I'm just being honest. Because guess what? Because I've been the fall guy for everything.
But
friends, family, everything. And guess what? Even in your demise, I ain't still the fall guy. The person who ain't did nothing but showed up like normal, but I showed up for him like I always do.
100%. But it's different when he right here with you. He able to receive it. Now, he not here to receive. That's why you saying you mad. You not here to receive it, bro. I'll be the fall guy about me and you right here together because we in this shit together. But now you gone and it's just me.
Because we in this shit together, and guess what? At the end of the day, my loyalty lies with you. So I don't care what you saying. You can tell such and such you ain't got this because you can't do this. So you can tell this girl, oh no, DeeDee did that and all that. I don't owe nobody no loyalty but Papa.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Real shit. Real shit. I fuck with that though.
So at the end of the day, I can be the fall guy for everything. I'm built for it. I'm strong enough for it. But come on now. You gonna do this like this?
Yeah. I fuck with that right now. Because I get what you're saying. You're saying, baby, shit, this us against wrong. Give a fuck what they think.
And it's always been that way. And guess what? And everybody that know him and everybody close to him and far from him know that. Everybody.
So how could a motherfucker feel like you were wrong?
Guess what? You know what would have happened if I wouldn't have been there, right? Why you ain't... Well, where you was? Well, why you ain't answer the phone this time?
Yeah.
Well, why you ain't go see what he wanted this time? So, yes, it's no win, but for me, to the public, don't judge my silence. How you gonna judge my silence?
But
how you gonna criticize my silence?
You know that shit go away, though. It'll go away, too, though.
It might go away for them.
No, I'm just saying, it, not you know what I'm saying, like, the noise that they making, that shit will go away. That people make about you, it'll go away sooner or later if you don't give a fuck about it. I mean, well, you gotta give a fuck about it because it's still a business for you.
It's still a big, and that's another one. Like,
and your face card is everything in this business. You right? You don't want to be, oh, that she ain't say that, but you know she did. You know, you can't let that be like that. You right? How you feel, though, just at least trying to getting it out, like knowing it's about to be out? How you feel? Your truth. Is you going to allow that to
feel how I feel.
That's what I'm saying. Is you going to allow that to cause you? You know how, because this can come out and it's going to be, some people going to be saying, yeah, I get what she's saying. Some people, you know what I'm saying? Is you going to allow that to become another problem? That's what I'm asking.
No, because guess what? I don't respect that people criticize and attack my silence. But guess what? Now that my voice has been heard outside of the body cam footage, then feel how you feel.
Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is.
At least attack me or feel how you feel based on what you heard.
Real shit. I fuck with that. Yeah, no, real shit. Judge me on what I said.
And not if you knew Papa this way he wanted moment. Because again, this is what he felt like was his piece. Do I feel like it was selfish? So many people ask me that. So many people, and I got so many reservations about that. Simply because we can say it's selfish. Yes, absolutely. You didn't. Why would you leave your son here in a world that you didn't want to be in? But at the end of the day, he also knows that his son wasn't gonna miss a meal. You understand what I'm saying? And everything that other people can't handle, other people can't handle. This generation, Especially, they feel like the first thing something go wrong, they go left with it.
100%.
Not all of the generation.
Not most.
But the vast majority of it.
Yeah.
You know, we came up in a time where, hey man, say man, the day got it. It is what if we wake up tomorrow, we still got to face it.
100%.
And we got to get through it.
100%.
And those are the accountability standards that I tried to hold him to while still being compassionate, while still trying to be stern, while still trying to be the manager, while still trying to pacify your feelings. And you know, and I think another thing that I think contributed to his spiral for like the last 3 months before that. And the only reason I'm touching on this subject is because it's a big thing also in this generation.
Okay.
Him and his baby mom was at odds, and she let him see his son for 3 months. And like the week before he passed was like his second time seeing his son since November. And because she wasn't there, I mean, he seen him for a few minutes on Christmas.
Okay, yeah.
But I'm saying like being able to get him and
yeah.
But because she wasn't there to experience what that did to him, I don't think she took it serious. But I'm saying that to say this, that shit sent him into a black hole that I also think even by the time he was able to start back getting his son, he couldn't really come back from either. Because in those times, he was getting higher, trying to just, you feel what I'm saying? And it started a cycle of just every day. He either sad about it or he mad about it. Every day. And too many people feel like that's okay when they at odds with the daddies. Or you feel what I'm saying? And don't come back later after the detriment has already done. Because guess what? If this situation wouldn't have happened, bang, and I'm calling a spade a spade. If this situation wouldn't have happened, that would have been a time that she still would have felt like she ain't do nothing wrong.
Damn.
And it is. And it's like that for so many people. I literally 100%. Like, when this happened, I literally had so many managers in my DM, so many, like, I'm going through the same thing with my artists. I'm going through the same thing with, was it the baby mom? And even still, a part of my speech at the funeral was like, yes, we can say that we all played a part on his mental to some degree. Her, me, family, friends. You know, you also dealing with circumstances where these days, generation, your friends feel like, and again, not here to offend or defend nobody, but it is what it is. Feel certain ways, but imagine having to sit with motherfuckers saying you selfish, or you ain't doing nothing, or you ain't did this for them, and you ain't did shit for them. The day before this happened, one of his ex-friends got online and went on live and said he's selfish, and he never did nothing for this person, that person, this person, that person. But you talking about the same nigga who constantly giving. Constantly.
That's why I was asking about the pressure of, earlier I was asking about, did he have the pressure of a motherfucker feeling like entitled or I gotta do this, I gotta do
I mean, it always is that. And even when people don't feel it, guess what? They get mad at me because if they call from jail and they tell me they bond $10,000 and I say, well, you got 5 because we ain't got but 5 for you. I'm trying to control this money. No, I'm not trying to control this money. If you ain't got it, some on your own shit, why you expect him to pay it? He got 7 siblings. A child of his own bills.
People around you don't be knowing what you got. They just think you got the world because you ain't.
But it don't matter what I got.
No, I get it. I'm just telling you.
I get what you're saying.
The mindset of this shit is crazy.
And it still shouldn't matter what I got. As friends, as family, as co-work, whoever.
100%.
Whatever that person do for you should be a bonus.
It's a blessing. Not 100%.
It should not be an expectation.
I fuck with that one right there. Shit should be a bonus, not an expectation. No, I fuck with that.
I'm just keeping it real. I'm just being real.
Yeah, shit, because most people do think but it's like when you come through so much, they go to expecting.
Because the more I expect and the more I know as the person who to wait on, the more I know that everybody expecting this. And I'm also the person that really want more for my people.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get it confused.
Mm-hmm.
You talking about a nigga who wanted more for everybody. Your phone called me. A person who really want so much for everybody around him, and he did so much. No, nobody was like, oh, I ain't gonna live if Papa don't do this. But the expectation is
that'll fuck with you.
That backed up by mental depression, backed up by sickness, backed up by the pressures of the industry.
Damn.
You feel me? So
how you so if he was right here right now, what would you say to him? Like, you get one more chance, one more thing to tell him that you know, what would you say?
If I had, is it a run on, or do I gotta just say one thing?
We gotta get you in and out. Like, he already did what he did. We already, but he can hear you.
Besides that, I love you with everything in me, and I did everything I could, and I feel like I did. I hate that you left your son here like this. I hate everything else would be personal to me and him. I'm gonna just be honest.
Damn.
Because a lot of the things that he battled with, I knew that some of the things he felt like he couldn't get through. You understand what I'm saying? But I would still say, we gonna make it through. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
We gonna figure it out. You know what I'm saying? No matter what it was, we gonna figure it out. That was our motto. We live by it. We gonna figure it out. No matter what it was. And he'll say that, but he'll still be in his head and let it bother him. You know what I'm saying? I tell people that all the time, like, Papa wore a mask real good. He wore a mask real good. He could sit right here and be talking to you. And we could walk out this room and he gonna put his hoodie on and cover his face, and he probably won't talk to none of us on the way home.
You just had a real whole long conversation right here.
You just had a real long conversation with him about positivity, figuring it out. You beat the odds, the obstacles, whatever. He still never felt like he was doing enough.
That's a
for himself and for people.
For everybody though. That's a common feeling for everybody. So whoever watching this shit, man. You know how many people feeling like how he was feeling before he did what he did? They probably don't know that they want to go that far, but it's a lot of niggas feeling like that right now.
And with all that we've accomplished, all that he's accomplished, you know what I'm saying? We've been on tour for the last 5 years straight, doing things that huge artists couldn't do. You know, albums galore that did numbers. You feel what I'm saying? Him making sure all of his people had their own spot. You feel me? Just beating the odds of where he comes from. He never felt accomplished enough, though. And that's what goes back to why I say sometimes when people in their head and they dealing with their own demons, humans can't help. Humans can't help. I can't do nothing but continue to try to motivate you. You know what I'm saying? He pray every day. Boosie uncle was like, his mentor. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
His mama. Like, so Papa had people that prayed for him. We prayed for him daily. We pray together. I started this thing where I'm like, when I first got around him, because on Sundays, all I would listen to was gospel. And I used to see everybody putting their headphones on when we ride, and I'd be like, hey, take them headphones off. Today, we ain't killing nobody. Because I said, we ain't killing nobody today.
Mm-hmm.
Today is going to be the one day we don't kill nobody. And then he started it. Then he was like, you know what we're going to do? It's going to be gospel and R&B. So for the years on Sundays, we're going to listen to nothing but gospel and R&B. Mm-hmm. And if you're around, you got to listen to that with us.
Yeah.
But with all that, with his younger brother who stayed with him, that was his daily, and everybody else still had their own life though too. And no matter how much you want to be there for a person and think that you can be there for a person, when people in their head, they're in their own way. Mm-hmm. And the only person can get out their way is them.
Mm-hmm. If you could say one thing to the people that know you and they know you and know y'all relationship.
I don't got nothing to say.
What about if you
I don't
say
got
something
nothing
to
to say.
who
No, I don't got nothing to say because guess what? This opened my eyes to a lot, and it showed me what having a good heart and being there for everybody, even when I couldn't even be there for myself, I made sure to be there for whoever, no matter what. Even make sure it was taking the load off him. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't talking about money, I'm talking about period. So in that, I just feel like if you feel some type of way, if you treated me some type of way, if you got on that internet and conspired with that shit or anything like that, knowing the truth, knowing the person that I've been, then guess what? Your loss. I don't miss a single soul in business or person that I have lost in this situation but Papa.
What about the motherfucker who don't know you but speak on you? What you got to say there?
Don't judge people's silence. Don't criticize people's silence. And don't always think that just because you hearing something and it sound like what you want it to be, or it sounds like the conspiracy theory that might be right, or even if you hearing something from somebody that you think may be a reputable source, like, know for yourself. Yeah. And even if you don't know, have reservation, because nobody really knows what this shit is until they in the situation. You feel me? I understand people that ain't never been a boss or nothing, they never had no control or nothing, they don't know what it feel like to have the weight of all this on their shoulders, can have a lot to say. Mm-hmm. But understand that this shit can knock on anybody's door at any time.
Sure. So I thought you were going to say fuck them.
I mean, it's that too, but that go without saying. It's that too, but that go without saying. It go without saying. But I still look at it like this, right? We done been in a lot of cities, a lot of places. A lot of people have made it home for us. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Outside of his home city. Yeah. And a lot of those people felt like they just wanted to know, not having any judgment towards me. And I'm talking about thousands of people. I ain't just talking about so for them, it's like, it ain't really fuck y'all. It's have your own mind though.
Real shit. Let the whole play develop so you can read the whole board. Don't just read one side of the board and think that's the whole, yeah.
Because guess what? If Pop was sitting right here, guess what he'll say? Well, half of the days my fans don't like me. You feel me? Half of the days my fans are a part of my mental state. Because they talk about me too when I make bad songs. They wear on me real bad too. If I put out an album and it don't do good and all of this right here is, oh, that was trash. Everybody ain't built to accept that.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
It don't mean that it ain't what it is. Papa, this gonna happen in his life. It is what it is. Right. You don't know that it didn't weigh on him. Mm-hmm. The only people from his city at one point had a problem with him. And he say that in the song. Ain't nothing that I'm sitting here saying to you ain't fact and can't be proven. Mm-hmm. But guess what? He still carried that city on his back. So don't run with the narrative just because it fit your algorithm or it fit helping you get clicks and, oh yeah, but this sound better. We can see the truth. We can see what it is, but it sound better.
And that's the narrative.
Yeah. And that's the shit that fuck with me the most. Cause bitch, you don't know me. You don't know what I've been through. You don't know what the fuck. You don't. No, I'm for real. Like you don't know me. You don't know what I've been through. You don't know my struggles. You don't know what the fuck I sacrificed. You don't know what we sacrificed together. You feel me?
I ain't laughing. I was just saying.
I know, but I'm just saying. Like, when you don't know, and it's easy. It's easy, again, for the manager to always be the fall guy. Granted, every manager ain't good. Granted, I ain't finna tell you that in the last 7.5 years, all the business been perfect. I will be lying.
Yeah. Yeah, we learning as we go.
But guess what? I'm heavily invested as well.
100%.
Overly.
Yeah.
I ain't give 60-40. I gave 1,000% every day. So, yeah, that's what I would say.
I fuck with you though. I fuck with your energy. I told you that when I first walked in. It's like, I don't believe them. Whatever they saying, I don't believe them.
But there's nothing to believe.
I'm just saying, I can't find it. Because I've been trying to do some journalism work. I can't find it. I don't know where to look at. Where to find, like, what is it? What are you talking about? I don't see it. It's nowhere. I don't see nothing. I think this finna make it be
when
everywhere.
You go up.
Yeah,
when you go up.
Yeah.
Nah, it was already everywhere. Today, Say Cheese posted some shit. Like, literally, last night, College Kid posted some shit. Like, literally, when you see, because this is a whole different generation from your crowd right now. I'm going to tell you that, too. You're going to be like, oh, this shit was real.
Oh, okay.
But the part that we leaving out is it's real fucked up.
Yeah, it's fucked up that he killed himself. I think that's fucked up. It's fucked up that you lost a friend, but once again,
I lost a family member.
Yeah, family. The internet is the internet, bro. That shit hard, but that shit is that shit is different, bro.
But I think that the internet don't have to be like that when people should be leaning more towards awareness instead of pointing the finger. Like even people close, like instead of spending a narrative on the person that y'all knew was his safe space, try to figure out why you weren't not his safe space. Mm-hmm. And that go for people, and I'm not just speaking on his situation, I'm talking about in other people's situations. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? And again, it does not always mean that it's anything anybody gonna be able to do to prevent it.
You're right about that.
But it don't mean blame nobody.
Nah, for sure.
It don't mean that. You feel me?
Yeah.
I thought about this thing long and hard. Did you just want me to be there to tell the story? Did you just want me like, what you really wanted? What did you really want? Because in them 2 hours that you say you sat there.
That's what I was thinking too. I'm like, shit. What you had me pull up for? So, because when you woke up, you called him.
I called him back.
Yeah, you called him back and he told you where he was.
He sent me his location.
Yeah, damn, that something like that would weigh on me. Like, damn, but that ain't not the normal though. He would call me for some other shit.
He called me for everything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So yeah, that wouldn't weigh on me either though.
He called me for everything, and I'm going.
Yeah,
they can tell you, I'm going.
Yeah.
Whoever called me, this is me.
Yeah.
I can leave here and you can call me back.
Oh, I will.
And And be like, DeeDee, I'm coming.
Yeah, nah, for sure.
If I love you, it's whatever.
No, 100.
That's just it. It's a gift and a curse. But it's me, and I can't change that about me.
How do you heal?
I tried in this situation.
How do you heal from all this shit? Like, how do you move?
I don't know. I don't even know what healing look like. Like this shit.
You're still confused about everything.
Everything. No, I'm not confused. I'm hurt. I'm in disbelief.
Yeah, disbelief.
You feel me?
Yeah, that's the word, disbelief.
I'm in disbelief.
Yeah.
And I just think it caused so much pain. You feel me? It caused so much agony. It caused so much. It affected so many people. And I'm not talking about fans.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? I'm talking about family. I'm talking about cousins, my children. They around him almost every day as well.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So it affected so many people. And I don't feel like I'm gonna ever heal. I don't see that.
Nah, I know that. That's why I wear my brother on my shirt every day. You don't see him everywhere. I'm saying that ain't never go nowhere. I'm saying, like, how do you move past the bullshit part of it? All this bullshit. How you move past that? When do you not give a fuck about that? Like, when can you be like, man, fuck this shit?
I wake up with that mindset every day. It just don't go that way.
That's a motherfucking honest answer right there, bro. I fuck with that. Like, nigga, I be trying. I go to sleep, fuck that. Tomorrow I ain't thinking about wake up, fuck that, but it just don't go that way.
It just don't go that way. Because guess what?
Shit.
I'm looking at this picture that's been painted, and I still got to go out here, and I still got to be in the world, and I still got to survive, and I still got to encounter people. And now it's like, now my every move is thinking, they saying they go that lady.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Good, bad, or indifferent. They go that lady. You feel me? And
you think that take away from your confidence or your approach to business and things like that? Like,
absolutely. Because I feel like everybody's thinking something. Now the people that know me,
that's different. Now that don't go away. Like, it take away from, like, if I'm in a room or a meeting, I'm thinking about this person. Even if a new artist want to work with you, I'm always trying to show him that I ain't that lady.
And you know what's crazy though? You want to know the weirdest thing about this? I can probably show you in my phone. My shit is flooded with artists. Some big and small. But the thing about it is, it's not for me. I would never manage another artist.
Why?
I just won't do it. Because you know why? This situation, I'm a really passionate person. I'm overly passionate. You know what I'm saying? Past your faults, past my faults, past our disagreements. I'm overly passionate. So there's never going to be a situation where I don't do all I can for you. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That can't be my future because look where it has led me. And the people that I felt I was closest to and the people that I felt like know my heart made it difficult for me to feel comfortable being passionate with anybody. And I just can't see me going, just saying, oh yeah, like, you know how many times.
You can't say never though. You can't say never.
I ain't doing it.
Damn. You can't say that.
And guess what? If so, I say this. It won't be hip hop.
All right.
And you want to know why I say that? Because what people ain't gonna admit, but it's the truth. It's the same window, it's just different views.
You talking about the same window with the streets?
No, it's the same window of mental depression. It's the same of drugs. It's the same. Yeah. Don't mean that it's all hip hop. So don't get to getting in my motherfucking term talking about, oh, you done bagged.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
But the cycle is very typical because it's the product of the environment that most of these people were raised in. Most of us. These people meaning us. You know what I'm saying? The cycle is still, I lost homeboys. This was how I tried to get out of it. I lost close family members. Rap was my way out of it. I'm still traumatized. Drug is still my outlet.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So...
And that fame become a drug too. That shit become, all that shit play a part, bro.
And the pressures of the fame become even more.
Especially when you feeling like you about to lose it. You know what I'm saying? You know this is the way you feed your family. And the same shit with this internet shit. This shit go up and down. You got a bad album. This shit'll take you.
Yeah, the difference with the internet though is, my problem is, it don't matter how false that shit sound. It don't matter how fucked up the story you can make about a person. If that shit getting these folks paid, they gonna keep it going. And it's at the expense of somebody else's safety, somebody else's sanity, somebody else, you feel what I'm saying? Career. That's not okay.
It's not okay. You gotta be a hell of a motherfucker to ignore this shit.
Okay.
So me just paying attention to what you've been saying the whole time. I know you miss your brother. You love him. He was everything. He was your everything. Do you feel like what he did was selfish?
I don't want to say what I feel like what he did was selfish, because who am I to say what was selfish to him? Because life hard. Life is hard for everybody.
Real shit.
You feel me? Life is hard and everybody ain't built to deal with the ways of life right now, especially now. So where I felt like, again, like I said previously, I felt like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody else, all the other grown people, yeah, we all hurt. And we all gon' hurt. And we all miss you and love you dearly. But I can't say what he felt like was selfish.
Do you feel like it was selfish?
No. I feel like it was wrong in my eyes. Selfish means to him, though. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't say that I felt like what he did was selfish to me.
But that is a self-choice, though. If you
It is.
like
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So if somebody's saying, do you feel like what he did was selfish? That means I'm only thinking for me.
Okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah. That would make you be selfish.
Right. So I can't say that what he did to himself, he might didn't feel like it was selfish.
Yeah.
Again, because life is hard.
Yeah.
Life is hard.
Yeah, real shit.
No matter what, even if you didn't face the same difficulties that he faced and you had other shit going on, life is hard.
Real shit.
Life is hard for people who we think got it all together.
Yeah. Like you said earlier, a lot of people wear that mask real good.
Come on, man.
I be having my shit scrapped on a lot. A lot of people wear the mask good. I'm telling you, it's because life be lifing, bro. And it don't even be about no money. It be about shit you can't control.
Money don't win all the wars. Can't win every war with money. So these days, money it has a lot to do with it. But these days, money really be the last thing on the list. Nowadays, it's so much other stuff people are battling. You feel me?
I want to tell you this before we get out of here, man. I don't know if it's going to weigh on you or it's going to give you some relief. I don't know. But I've been thinking, like, me personally, if I was in that position, I ain't even going to take it to the extreme of killing myself, but if I was in a position of even some simple as the police about to pull me over, first person I call, that's the person I love more than anything in the world. That's the person I know going to pick up every time. You get what I'm saying? So for him to feel as if though, because I don't think that shit just come along. I think whatever he did, and I could be speculating, please, I don't want nobody to get upset, but it is what it is. This is what I've observed. It's my perspective. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking all that night or all that week or whenever he was spiraling, whenever he was going through his moments, he knew it was leading up to, I'm about to do this shit. It's just how I feel. And I feel like on 85 or whatever, he made his mind up, and the person you called or the person that pulled up on you, when you knowing you finna do that, To me, that's the person you love more than anything in the world. Do that weigh on you? Would that weigh on you, or would that make you feel joy?
It's too heavy to carry.
What you mean?
You asked it that way on me. It gives me no joy whatsoever. Because he didn't have to do that to prove to me he loved me. I knew he loved me.
Good shit.
Or not that he was proving it to me, but I'm just saying, calling me for me to be there in that moment, if that was your original intent, it brings me no joy. It's heavy. It's a heavy load. It's too weighted.
Yeah.
Waking up every day, knowing that this was the ending. We ain't have to do it like that.
I pray for your peace, though.
I appreciate it.
I pray for your peace. I pray for everybody involved, peace, his family, his kids, everybody, even the people that grieve different. Some people grieve different. Some people grieve with anger and lies and things like that. So we got to know that.
And I'm extending a lot of grace for that.
Yeah.
But you can grieve, and you can grieve out of anger. And you can grieve and you can say things out of emotion.
Yeah.
But again, especially when it comes to this internet, because this was one of his biggest problems with people in his. Don't get on the internet. Don't grieve at the sake of somebody else's sanity and safety, especially somebody who has done you no wrong and who's done him no wrong. And you know, if nothing else, you cannot like me. You can feel some type of way. But if I don't know nothing else, I know she was going to ride or die with that man, whatever happened. And I ain't going to take that away from her. You understand what I'm saying?
100%.
We going against the grain and against the pain for each other, and that's what we did. So, yeah. And I appreciate you
pulling up. I appreciate you pulling up.
I appreciate you for having me.
You got my emotions on a roller coaster. You got me thinking about all types of crazy stuff.
Oh, my God. Stop.
Nah, you're going to be all right, though, Dee Dee.
Thank you. I appreciate you. You're a real one, and I appreciate it. And I wouldn't have sat down with nobody but you.
I appreciate it. You want to say something to his fans before we get out of here?
I love y'all. I love y'all the way he did. And I feel like a lot of me even speaking my piece was for his fans and the people that I know loved him.
That's dope.
Genuinely.
Yeah.
You know, the people that seen us out in these buildings together, seen us in these arenas together, seen us in these, and, you know, or the people that call me or, you know, whatever. It's for them. For the people that I couldn't get to or couldn't talk to, or I just felt like I'm tired of talking to. This was for them. And I want to be done with it. And that, like, I don't want to have to because I shouldn't have to.
Well, I appreciate you putting up on me. Door open for you anytime you want to come through. We talk about anything. We talk about sports, candy, liquor, whatever you like to talk about. I appreciate you, though, Dee Dee. I think you dope.
Thank you.
I wish you no harm.
Likewise.
No. Give me some of your energy. I appreciate you.
Another epic episode of Perspektives with Big Bank. Follow on Instagram at Big Bank ATL.